So it's going to be very interesting to see how these guys are going to do it. I am incredibly curious to see how well this is going to go, mainly just because you see just the play styles will be different, most likely. I hope so. You see Peach taking a bit more of an offensive approach with the turnips and a couple dash attacks. Marth having a bit of a difficulty trying to figure out how to get around it. Oh, goes into a dancing blade. Oh, with a counter with the Toad on the other strikes. Looking at they're about half distance away from each other, 1836. And just with one tipper, Marth brings it up to 30. So the deficit's a little less. So what we're looking at right now, it's a pretty even game right now. Oh, goes in for a good shot on that. It's good. I've got it figured out.
Okay, so you might want to turn that up.
All right.
Oh, what this one? Okay.
All right. All right, thanks. Ooh, good hit on the turnip. Got some edge guard going in. Almost got that spaced out properly. Just missed it, though. Tough recovery, trying to get on ledge. Ooh, almost didn't grab ledge. I'm surprised we didn't see a tipper attempt there as a punish. I'm actually quite surprised that wasn't it, but we see a lot of nairs happening, a lot of U-airs, and we also saw quite a bit of air dodging. There goes another up air by Peach. Another up smash. Ooh, turnip. Turnip gets thrown. Ooh, almost got that. You got that combo there where it's, you know, the neutral A and then goes into smash attack. Almost worked there, just the spacing was a little bit off. I think Peach might be actually out of the range of that. Seems like she is. Ooh, tail into that counter got hit. We're seeing some very interesting plays. Both players are evenly matched here, and Marth takes the first kill, or shall I say Foophy gets the first kill there. Peach just needs to land a solid hit, especially that forwarder. That forward air is a monster in terms of Peach's arsenal, or you get the down air. Oh, sorry, Havoc is Marth, and wow, I got all that mixed up. Yeah, I get it. I got the joke there. And actually, wow, I got all that mixed up. Sorry about that. So it turns out that, yeah, the Marth is Havoc, and then you see Peach going in. Looks like we're going to have another commentator here. No, you're just, all right, so we're just going to have an observer here of Xmas. Yeah, both players are quite evenly matched. I've been saying that you see a lot of cover from Peach, but you also see Marth trying to go in with the tippers. You just got to make sure that you just don't give Peach the opportunity to get in with some of these hits. Dancing Blade didn't go anywhere. I'm seeing some spots where punishes could be quite, you know, advantageous. In fact, that's every time, but for the most part, what you really got to watch out for is just a lot. These guys are doing well in terms of waiting for. Ooh, ouch! I was just saying they're doing well in terms of being able to space each other out and get out of each other's hair and try going in for a hit. However, unfortunately, Foophy was able to cash in on that miss jump, and now we have Foophy leading 1-0 in winners round 1. So it seems like no one's going to be switching. We're going to be staying with Marth and Peach. Hopefully Havoc learned his lesson there in terms of facing Peach. You saw a lot of turnips being thrown. You saw a lot of control being taken away from Marth, but you also saw him take it away from Peach. These players are definitely evenly matched, it looks. You see them evenly matched, just trading blow for blow, hit after hit. They're just making it even and even and even until eventually someone has to capsize. And that's what this game is. This is what makes this set very interesting, is that both these players, there's no discernible winner, in the way that both these players are quite capable, and they have each other's number, they have each other's game almost read. Both of them, ooh, nice tipper reverse hit, and there goes Peach on that tipper hit. That's what Marth's all about, and that's what Havoc really needs to understand. He's going in for close range hits rather than aiming for the tipper. It's a good hit. It gets that damage up, but in order to get that knockback, like we just saw there with that excellent play with that tipper, he really needs to take advantage of Marth's unique ability, and that's the tipper. If he doesn't land that, you're only going to get little pot shots, and you need to go for the money. And that's something that... Ooh. what I'm surprised it didn't happen was that could have been a good counter opportunity, especially for Havoc. If he got a little bit closer and was able to read that into a counter, that would have been incredible. But here we see we have a good chance here. It could be going into a 2-1. Ooh! And there goes that hit. We got Foophy taking that stock away with a 68% disadvantage. We see Peach throwing in out a few counters. Getting a little desperate now that, ooh, and we saw a repeat. That's just a repeat of what happened. That's a repeat of what happened last time, ladies and gentlemen. And it looks like we are indeed taking this into round 3 of Winners Round 1 of the set. We're looking at a 1-1 between Havoc and Foophy. Like I said, both of these players really, they're so evenly matched. It makes things very interesting. They really have to space each other out. They have to go at each other when the time is right. And what fitting stage, final destination, that's what we have here for round 3, or at least game 3 of the set. Good up air on that, no follow-up unfortunately. A lot of dodge. We're seeing a lot of dodge rolls and dash attacks into a dancing blade for 28%, or getting up to 28%. Peach throwing in that counter, anticipating Havoc's more aggressive strength and more aggressive ability. We're seeing that he's taking advantage of the amount of. He looks like he's really taking advantage of all those attacks that are being thrown out. Because we see Havoc, he's almost. It seems like good up B for a mix-up there. But we're seeing him really get into the zone of being able to get around Foophy with all of his air dodges and some of his counters. He's really relying on that for this, and that's something that I think Foophy needs to understand, is he really needs to be able... Ooh, almost got into that forward smash. That was a very interesting play there, actually. Alright, so you see that back throw, no follow-up there, try to get that tipper, but just couldn't get into the range there. What's interesting is that we're seeing Peach, of all people in this, use more counters than Marth. We've seen Toad being thrown out a lot, and that was a good spot there, not only just for the sake of the anticipation of that hit coming, but it also brought Peach just a tiny bit out in order to avoid that devastating hit that could have taken that first stock. So we're seeing them play very interesting. Peach is throwing out a lot of dodge rolls, so if Havoc can just get a good read on one of those dodge rolls, it's going to be closing curtains for Peach. And again, with the range of the sword against Peach's melee attacks, Marth has that sword for a reason, and he's really got to be able to take advantage of that and really be able. There's the tipper. That's what we're talking about there. And the first stock goes down, and there's a 58% on that first stock for Havoc. Ooh, he almost got a read on that dodge there. He got that up smash. It's interesting. Like I've said, this is the first time I've really seen a Marth not use counter a lot, and we're seeing Peach, of all people, use it more, which I find interesting, because again with Marth, you really can't be too predictable with that counter, because if you get predictable with that counter, even Peach, any character that has a counter, if you get too predictable with it, it's curtains. You're done. Like, you're gonna get throttled so fast if you make yourself super readable in regards to that. We're seeing a lot of punches being thrown back and forth there, but Havoc is still coming out on top, leading Foophy up to 65%. 102 on that first stock. We're seeing some fairs, we're seeing some turnips. Stitch Face only brought the shield down a tiny bit. That could have been a good spot for a counter, but again, you can't be too predictable on that. We're seeing dash attacks, air dodges. We got that forward tilt. On the forward tilt, we got that up tilt. Dancing Blade didn't quite land. 97% on Peach, one good hit, and it's going to be done. Havoc will be able to take round 1 if he can just land one solid hit and read Foophy a little bit more. Will he be able to do it? What are we seeing here? What are we seeing? We're seeing some mix-ups on that. Ooh, almost didn't land it. Can't take advantage of that. That Peach Bomb was able to save her, but it won't do much. It won't be. I'm surprised we're not seeing an up throw here. If we can see an up throw with a Raged Marth against Peach, who's a pretty light character, we're going to be seeing. She's going to go flying. Like, that's what we need here. All we need is one good hit, one absolute. He needs just one up throw. Let's see some Bowser action here. Up throw. There it is. That's how you close the set. And there it is. Havoc takes home winners round 1, 2-1 against Foophy. Excellent plays, gentlemen. You did an absolutely amazing job. Very even compared to the two of you. That was. I would say that's an excellent way to kick off number 37 of the Victoria Weeklies. That is